You're live.
All righty. Assalamu alaikum. Black people, Black nation, Asiatic Black nation. Let me get a shot of this gold water to get me started tonight. This is my second shot of the day. Had one early this morning, a little sip. There's product on the planet. Multi-million-dollar product. Keep your energy always at a certain level, at a high level. Because I know when people's energy is low, their mood is different. So you always want to keep your energy at optimum level. And keep your mind running on a high level, traveling at 24 billion miles per second. Keep the mind and the brain in tune with one another so the brain don't slow down when the mind start kicking that knowledge and wisdom and directions and everything to the brain so it can flow to the body. Keep us all in one accord. Give you the ability to manifest. Bring about complete change. This is only for the righteous, because the earth belongs to the righteous. PopKeys coming at you tonight. Brother Captain, first and foremost, by Self-reliance Muhammad, named by Master Abdullah Muhammad. Some say he's from out of Pakistan. Some thought he was Master Farad Muhammad himself. He used to come to the messenger's home. He traveled to different places in the world with Dr. Yusuf Bey and took Dr. Bey to a lot of the rulers and the kings and princes in their homes. But he gave me my name by Self-reliance Muhammad. Very, very powerful name. A lot of my family members carry that name by Self-reliance Muhammad, named after the great Mahdi. But as always, I always start out in prayer in the most holy name of Almighty God Allah, who came to us in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, the great Mahdi, who was to come and has come to restore we who are lost from our own kingdom of Islam and to destroy those who have destroyed us. God, our God, Allah, we are thy people. Deliver us from our murder, we serve and obey thee all the days of our lives, and we teach our children to submit to thee, to that unequaled love and mercy for thou. And thanks to you, Allah, for making manifest to us our enemy, the devil, and help us, O Allah, to live the life and die the death of a Muslim. I bear witness no God but thee. I bear witness the most honorable and humble Elijah Muhammad is the last and greatest apostle. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this gift of life. I pray, Allah, to remove the heart of the devil from thee, as well as the black nation. I pray, Allah, that your promise be fulfilled for us to take over this planet and build a righteous kingdom. I pray, Allah, this evil, sinful, wicked, and the cursed devil be destroyed with all the things that you have at your disposal, and you have all things at your disposal. The weather and everything else. The mother plane, our military is sitting on standby to take this devil out. So thank you, Allah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum, family, tonight. PopKeys coming at you on this Monday night. A little hot and humid down here in Georgia tonight. I think this is the first day of fall, the 22nd, something like that. All praise due to Allah. I open my eyes another day. Be able to come before my people. It was the will of Allah. So thank you, Allah. May your words become my words. Speak to your people tonight. So thank you. This takeover time, black people, without a shadow of a doubt, it's our time now. And this is the days of the manifestation of all our defects, everyone, in particular the beasts. And I'd just like to thank everyone that gave me a shout out on my birthday, those that sent the CashApp. I appreciate that. I had that much love since I was born. I was in 52. They were glad to see me when I showed up. You forget my joke. But I appreciate, y'all giving that shout out, brothers and sisters. It means a lot. It means that this work is not for naught. And I put in a lot of work. And I haven't received a whole lot of accolades for the work, because a lot of times, you deal with our people out of jealousy and envy and everything else was set in. But what keeps me going is Allah Himself. When I know Allah is with me, that's all really necessary. I don't live too much off the accolades and love of the human family like most people do. As long as I know Allah with me and got me, I'm good. And I can tell when He's with me. A lot of time when I wake up, the first thought I try to have is say, all praise due to Allah when I open my eyes. That's the best way to wake up. So I thank you all. And it lets me know we have an impact on one another. It lets me know that we have the ability to unite one mind, one God in the universe called by many names. I know we're in the right time, in time and on time. We have to learn to fight and fight for our own now. Everything has been manifest to us. You don't have to know or be told anything about this world that we're living in and the people that's ruling it for this short amount of time. The time is up, and what they thinking about us, how they feel about our children, unborn children, and how they see their future is coming to an end. And they're highly, highly mistaken, because they're miseducating their children, actually, with this white supremacy ideology. But they should be teaching them how to deal with the new world coming in. Even in their universities, they should be teaching white children how to deal with the black, brown, red, yellow world for the next century that's coming in, because they're going to have to deal with us. They're going to have to deal with your babies and your grandbabies. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to have to know how to deal with us. Period. This is the only way they're going to be able to live. But if they don't, they're going to die. The world is shifting. When their foreparents came in, the black man was put to sleep. He was able to get away with all these things because it had been prophesied and set up by God Himself to let these people come in and rule for a short period of time over the original man. And superior knowledge cannot submit to inferior knowledge, so we had to be put to sleep. But the black nation now is waking up, coming full force. So they're going to have to learn how to deal with the new world. They're going to have to learn how to take them steps back now. They're going to have to learn that this ideology, or this colorism, of a hand of Europeans controlling all the wealth on the planet, while the rest of the people struggle to live and make a living, is just about over with. We have power within ourselves, because we are created from the universe. We gods in the house of the Most High God, We have to learn the knowledge of self-discipline and self-control or come back unto ourselves now. We have to come in with a better educational system that's teaching exclusively to us on how to lift ourselves up and build a righteous world. And I don't have a lot of time because the camera tonight didn't really get fully charged. So I'm going to jump right in, but I want to thank you all again. Much love to you, much appreciation to you all. And I pray that we can come together in one mind and unite and start building communities amongst yourself. You all have enough knowledge now to put together and affect other people. Like I listened to my son, 19 Keys, he says, really the internet, social media is going to become irrelevant. He said, because most of it is just about trying to get and influence someone's mind, their thoughts, or get them to like you. But it goes to the deeper point is that all of this content that's being created is we don't have no control over it. But he said, just like, you have the presidents and the senators, and they come up with their data on when they serving, what type of impact are we having on our people? That's the key. See, we don't know. Someone will come on, they might disagree with you. Well, you tap into that. But when you meet people in real life, they tell you what type of effect you had on their life, how they growed, how they developed, how they might have made money, how they might have changed their life, how you might help them go through trials and tribulations. People talking about how they lost 100 pounds. I help them to connect with their family, bring about a change in their family. These is the data that we need to know. How impactful are we have? What type of impact are we having? Because when you go, the president lets you know the job, but they tell you about the economy, how many jobs been developed, and all these type of things. We need to know the impact we having on our people so we can form and build a righteous community amongst ourselves now, brothers and sisters. It's takeover time. We don't really need to know about this devil so much, but he's letting you know he has a problem. He got mental issues. The man is sick. This woman is sick. And when Musa went in the caves of Europe, and hillsides of Europe, he taught them the forgotten knowledge of tricknology. They're the greatest tricksters on the planet. When you listen to them speak, they're very deceitful, mix of truth and falsehood. They take a righteous situation, try to turn it around and fit their narrative. But they're sick people. We can't keep looking for them to change because it's not in their nature to change. We're the ones that have to change. We have to change the way we look at the situation in the world and the people that's in power. They're sick people and they're dangerous. So we have to change. Black man, black woman, come together in a uniform way. Like Dr. Bay, listen to him. He was saying, to hell with the vote. We can use it to help us in various situations. But he said, we need to get a piece of this pie for ourselves. This is what we need to be going after. Let's get a piece of pie for ourselves now, so we can claim something of our own and have something. And bring in a new world of government, a new economic base. We can do these things. Wednesday night, with the will of Allah, I'm gonna have a young brother come on. We're gonna talk about the education, the type of education that we should be teaching one another in our homes and in our schools. This irrelevant education that they're teaching us and the mindset of our young people. We're gonna deal with that Wednesday night. And all the effect change, you got to come with a better knowledge. You understand? Oh yeah, tonight I got my my shirt on. They gave me I will see this for my birthday. I'll let y'all take a look at it. You know, it said, Dad, you got that black power fist, the man, the legend, and the myth. I've been a legend twice, though, tell you the truth about it. You understand? And we are father on the planet Earth. Oh, it's our turn now, but I'm gonna jump and move quick tonight. Cause I don't know if this camera gonna run out anytime on me soon or what. But this is one of my tidbits. You know, discipline for all of us, for men and women. We got to have discipline. They said discipline restore your purpose. For men who lost their sense of purpose, who don't know what their life is about, or who have trouble aligning their life with their truth, singing and dancing aren't the remedy. The cure for the lack of purpose is to be challenged, to live at the edge, since you have lost that capacity to live there by yourself. It says everything in creation is manifestation of the will of God. Listen to this. All creation expresses the attributes of characteristics of this mighty being, the originator of the heavens and the earth. But the will of God is the power behind the throne. The will, black man, black woman. The will of God is the power behind the universe, its creation, its maintenance, and its substance. Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that in the universe, there were once only three things in existence. Listen: electricity, material darkness, and the thought of God. That was it. The thought is key. The thought of God was able, or the Creator was able to take these elements, was in the darkness and electricity, and bring in a whole new world. Bring in the sun, moon, and stars, but first he created the universe with his mind is the key. Black man, black woman. He said, though, do you know, and these are tidbits, do you know that the white man world is diametrically opposed to the black man being successful? As men, you must have a warrior mentality with everything we do in the white man's world if you want to be successful. We got to be warriors now. Ain't no more being no crybaby. Ain't no y'all sitting up here thinking when they hung the little brother out there in Delta State University in Mississippi, waiting on the white man to verify if he was hung or not. And they got cameras all around the university. When they called home and told the people that the son had died, that their son had died in the sleep in the bed, come up with a different version. And before they could take him out the damn tree, they said it was suicide. And some people said they're going to do another autopsy. Colin Kaepernick paid for that. That he had broken bones and all these things. So we got kids waiting for verification from a system that's stacked against us. You had 14 murders in Houston. They know it's a serial killer. Y'all waiting on the white man to tell you. And they ain't been all black people. It's been men and women, different various nationalities. But we working on verification from the Caucasian, then you believe it. What has happened to your mind, your sensibility to be able to think for yourself? We got to move differently now. Well, let me keep moving on this and I'm going to clean it up. It says, this is where we got to be. We got to be highly organized, like the originator. Be a producer. Be patient. Hardworking. Create a righteous environment in your home and in your community. Be mentally fit. Correct your mind. Be physically and financially fit and stable. At the same time, the originator created himself. He created his home, the earth. He created the earth for his woman and for his people and for his creation. His highest creation is man and woman. Time never was when man was not. Think about this being. We created in his likeness and image. When we was put to sleep, he took the power of creation from us. Now that's coming back now. It's being given back to us to create. The most creative and productive mind on the planet is in the original people. Most creative and productive minds in America is in the black nation. They wouldn't be nothing. Think about it. All the inventions and creations that come in America, they come out of the mind of our people. That's how great you are. It said the black woman was here before the sun, moon, and the stars. Yes, she was. You understand what I'm saying? Black man, black woman. Say it again, the black woman was here before the sun, moon, and stars. I say the first Muslim. The first Muslim. Some will argue with me about that, but I'm not arguing, I'm just backing. Was the woman. Because there was no one here but her and Allah in the beginning when he brought her out of himself. The first characteristic that you have to have is a code. Listen. It says a man has to have a certain code of ethics, brothers, and a line drawn in the sand, brothers, of his mind that when you probe certain boundaries, I will kill you. Listen, and damn the consequences. Let me read that back. Now, y'all stand on that code when it comes to one another. Step on your damn tennis shoe, one of them damn Nikes, you want to kill him. But what about the boundaries for the black nation? How long are we going to continue to sit back and let them continue to kill us and lie about it? It says a man has to have a certain code of ethics and a line drawn in the sand of his mind that when you probe certain boundaries, I will kill you and damn the consequences. Understand? That's the way we were taught in FOI class up under Dr. Bay. If we had to take the devil out, no matter who it is, to be the police, whoever, they ask you, why you do it? It was the will of Allah. Case closed. Suffer the consequences that need be. You will not touch or violate my wife and live. You will not touch my children and live. Listen, this is supposed to be our code. That's a code. And I fear none but Allah concerning the consequences. That's a real man, people. Let me read that back. You need to start beating them drums. This is what we got to put in our hearts and our spirit because we are created with it. Listen, this got to be a code for the black nation. Period. You know, women are quick to say they ain't got no protector, but you got to put yourself in a position as well, black woman. You can't be out here disrespecting the black man, expect him to just jump out here. You understand? Only when you feel like you need him while you out here on some other stuff. You say you will not touch or violate my wife. You know that's a serious no-no. And live, and you will not touch my children. For damn sure. And live. That's a code. And I fear none but Allah concerning consequences. That's a real man, people. Understand? I remember, man, I can tell you some stories, PopKeys. You know, because it was taking care of a lot of business on the front line. We had this partner on 32nd, the Telegraph in Oakland. It was brand new, said about Miss Shin Wang. But they had took it over. It ran from one side of the block all the way to the other side. You go out the back gate, they had the lunchroom room, 3-level, brand new apartments. And she hired us to clean it up. It's like New Jack City. So I became the manager, set up an office. I had an apartment that I took it with 5-6 bedrooms. And I had 2 other apartments available where I could have some of the fruit staying and some of the various families and stuff like that. Before we came in, you know, we bring the fruit in at the parking lot, driving in the parking lot gate. You know, he had the remote. And we had the soldiers come in, they would drill and stuff like that, let them know we were coming, showing them force. So when we finally took over, you know, I would come in, I always came in first doing troubleshoots, see how to position the fruit, and the men was coming in and see what was the trouble I was going to have. You know, and I was on the 3rd floor, and I watched the brother, because they had a utility room outside the apartments, but it was walled in, and it had a security door, but the security door was broke, but they kept all the meters and stuff. So I seen a brother called Dollar Bill. He came in and stashed his package and stuff like that, and I'm standing on the 3rd floor apartment looking, observing. So I went and got the package, told the brother go around there and tell him I got his package and stuff. He come around there with my package. So I just stepped on in front of his face, next move on you. So as things went on, you know, I brought my family in. We cleaned it up to a degree. The police wasn't running out there every 4 hours. And they were thanking us, you know, because they didn't have to get calls. Senior citizen, they had to walk down the block, or you had a senior citizen building right next door. They were robbing them and stuff. Then you can walk the Telegraph. You know, that was the main street, about 3 blocks from downtown. Then you turn the corner, you go to various grocery stores, a liquor store, and all that, or you go out the back gate and do the same thing. And so I always had a few run-ins, you know, I had to do a little combat here and there. You know, they tried to go in the washroom and set up shop, shut that down. We still had a few holdovers that want to sit up in the apartment and try to push drugs and stuff in the building. So they were getting mad at my family and stuff like that and try to take it out on the family, sick their kids, on some of my children, and all these type of things. You know, so one day though, we had a brother that he came to the bakery. We had the FOI class meeting, and he got very disrespectful. He got disrespectful with Dr. Bay and stuff like that. And he stayed at the apartment with some sister, and you know, he got busted up, but I kind of saved him really getting hurt. And he came back to the apartment, and so he got mad at me. Whatever you did, and so he had a little sister he wanted to sick on my daughter, Vaisha Andrea, but she was already trained up pretty good. She was known for jumping on people, whipping people, so he sicked it on Vaisha. Vaisha whipped her right there in the parking lot. You did. So that was a surprise for him. That got closed out, but they became friends after that. But you understand that you done violated, brother. Understand that y'all done called my wife out the name and all this old type of stuff. You dig? So, I had to go and straighten that situation out, and I came off of duty. We was out in Vallejo, California, going through the community, taking the fruit, showing them another side of the black man and our children. We set up a business, a bakery, and all that type of stuff in Vallejo. And disrespect my wife and stuff, call her out the name and stuff. So I had to leave from my post. I'm running security. After they gave permission, I came back to the department. And, what the situation was. And I had two situations. One brother, he was trying to sell the drugs with another partner down from his spot. I knocked on his door. And but he wouldn't come out. And I had two fruit with me, John and a new recruit. And but then all of a sudden he came out and walked down the walkway to another apartment. That's where he was getting his packages from. And then all of a sudden he stepped out and said, he called me out my name, talking about he wanted me and all this old type of stuff. I said, well, that's a good deal, player. And so John, they gonna step. I said, I got this one, brother. Shit. So he come on down there, I busted him up pretty good, put them combos on. He called the police. But the brother that tried to sick this woman's daughter on Baisha, he's about 6'4", about 290, 300 pounds, something like that. That's when Brother Salabi came with me that day. I said, no, Brother Salabi, I got this one, damn self. And I knew all this happens and stuff. And I'm saying this because when it comes to family, ain't no playing. And I know he's like going to the liquor store on Telegraph. I already knew his movement. He go out the back. So I just waited that night. You dig? And I had me a strap as well, be honest about it. And I went around on the side. Go Telegraph, turn the corner. I just put the strap on the tire back. And so I'm watching. So I know he gonna come out, go to the liquor store. He got to happen. So he come out that night. I'm on point. We go around there to the liquor store. I come on out the back gate on this. By the time he come back around that corner, though, it was like 4th of July. You dig? And I ain't never had no more problem with him, nothing like that. I'm just saying, ain't nothing they can do by me telling you the story and stuff like that, because case is closed. You understand what I'm saying? But those type of things that, as a man, we ain't playing with. You dig? It don't matter if it's the police. We done had direct confrontation with the police. I done had direct fights with the police. Like I said, I done went to prison with aggravated battery on the police when we were fighting in the civil rights movement or the human rights movement and stuff like that. Some things you're not concerned with the consequences. And brothers and sisters, when God is with you, you're going to come through them situations. You might get put in situations, but when you know you're doing right, God is with you, man. Brothers and sisters, you'll come through all those things. But now we done become so pump-fied to where these people can lie in our faces and tell us what we done seen and make a whole nother a narrative of it and have you doubting yourself. Well, we can't continue to have these people just openly murder us without any consequences. And one thing I can say about the Nation of Islam, as strong and bold as the minister and a lot of us talk, you don't see a lot of us getting knocked off by the United States government or the military or the CIA. We keep our hands clean, above board. We ain't doing no wrong. Where they can entrap us. We walk on an upright basis. We're not criminals or none of those things. But one thing I can say about the Muslims, you're not going to just murder us and go back to the ranch. It don't work like that, brothers and sisters. Somebody going to fall somewhere in America. Y'all talk about us, you call it all type of names, all you want. We don't care nothing about that. But when it comes to family, messing with our children, our women, or the brotherhood, that's a whole nother ball game. Period. And I just want to throw that out there because we don't hear it enough. We try to talk around those key points, but sometimes you just got to come straight out and tell it like it is. That's our code. My code is this. I don't care too much what you say out your mouth unless you just catch me on a bad day. But I might not really like you anyway, you understand? But if you put your hands on me, it's another ball game. That goes for anybody. I'm not going to stand up there and let the police beat me up. None of those things. I ain't going to let no another man just put their hands on me. That's a violation of the Constitution, of the human family, of men, of warriors, quiet, humble, respectful human beings. We don't play that. And this is where our black community got to become. Quiet, respectful, non-violent, non-aggressive. But we'll fight like hell if aggressed. And be very strategic and tactical if need be, brothers and sisters. But our focus should be on getting a piece of this pie. I wanted to put that out there for the men. Because I know women that move out quicker than the man. A real man is you. You must be a warrior. You cannot be a weak-willed man if you want to survive in this world. And that's what it's coming down to. Any man that does not have a vision does not need a woman. Listen. If you don't know where you're going, you don't need any help getting there. So damn true. A man has to be a man of vision. What is vision, Bashir? Well, vision is the mind's ability to listen, to leave the body, and the conscious awareness of the present moment. Project their thinking and body into the future. And you got to have a clear mind to do that. You can't be on alcohol, full of pig, poison, cigarettes, and weed, on that lean and all these type of things. You got to have a good diet. You got to practice how to eat to live. You got to know how to meditate and send your mind out and take a look. This is what some of the wise ones, the white Caucasians, do. They call it something else, but they have to check their minds and go in certain realms and bring back knowledge and use it and sell it to you. I'm going to read that back to you because I don't think like y'all getting this. What is vision? Vision is the mind's ability to lead the body and the conscious awareness of the present moment. Project their thinking and body into the future. Take notes of what the future you will be, do and have. and then return to the conscious awareness of the present. You can travel at night when you close your eyes and show you what you will have, and then utilize that information to inspire you in the present. These are very, very important keys. Black people, this is for the man and the woman. That's why the mind is so important. That one mind in the universe, and we unite and move like this here, how you going to stop us? Huh? It's impossible. This is the knowledge we need. Well, you can project yourself into the future and go see and bring it back. They said, do what? Take notes. You understand? Some of you all do it on accident. Some of you don't understand where you've been in your travel at night. Sometimes you just lay down. Use your breathing techniques and project yourself and leave your body and travel. We didn't always have airplanes, black man, black woman, to move about on this planet. The great Mahdi can be in two places at one time. Black man, black woman. There's power in the mind. You have power. You have power in creation. But you had to be put to sleep in order for the devil to rule. So I want you all to remember these things. This is so important. But your mind got to be right. Your body got to be right. Your diet got to be right. It can't be full of poison. And those some heavy teaching I just gave you. If you say we cannot unite, you are wrong. We can unite. We want nothing short of a home on this earth we can call our own. Not be servants and slaves for others. They said, let us capture the market of our people by producing their needs. What are our needs? We should have businesses all over the United States of America and beyond. And then we should form conglomerates. They said we had 100 businesses and be up, those 100 businesses come up on an umbrella called a conglomerate and use their spending power. Man, we'd be terrible. You see it forming now in so-called Africa, up under Abraham Traoré. You see them rioting in Europe and France because they had taken control of the motherland, taken control of their resources that they were paying, they were getting for pennies on a dollar. Now those resources are drying up, and the people, they can't service the needs of the people in France no more. What they gonna do? They try to put a sanction and freeze on, they say 400 some tons of gold that Burkina Faso had sitting in Europe. But they was prepared for it. And they came back and exposed all the treachery and robbery and things that the International Monetary Fund was doing. We'll go into that one day. It's a lot of power moves taking place on the planet. That the black man, things are shifting now. You understand? So you can only get away with thievery so long. You can only get away with colonization so long now. You understand what I'm saying? And everything comes to an end. This world is coming to an end. The way things have been happening on the planet is coming to the end. The stealing and taking the resources from the motherland and from the original people, it's over with now. Prepare for the great battle. And the battle is the mind of the people. Long as they keep us asleep, not responding and coming together on a united front, like Dr. Baby said, he said, look, the poll, we said we're going to stop buying Chrysler, just a synopsis. We said we want you to set up our own plant and give us our own supplies, and help us set up our own market. Otherwise, we won't shop with you no more. We said then we can put Ford on notice and do the same thing on the united front. We spend trillions of dollars in America, black people. When they went to Targets, I don't know what happened with them move. They said them house niggas came in behind the scenes and got a little money under the table. We have spending power and we pull our dollar back. A lot of their corporations will collapse overnight if we had a united front. We got to go after a piece of this pie. We don't have any institutions. That's because we've been educated by an open enemy. And they teach us to integrate and vote, strive to be in corporate America, listen to the narrative that they're putting out in the media to confuse you, where you don't know what to think or who to believe. They're like in Gaza at this point in time. They getting ready to send Israel another $6 billion in military hardware. And if you add up what they done sent in the last 2 years, it's probably about 50, 60 billion. But nothing but a gain. The military industrial complex is steady making money though. These white boys are steady making money off of this war, suffering and death. I know a lot of you all don't pay attention to it. Same way in the Congo. I seen the little brother Shaka Bar was talking about Umar Johnson and I hear that did such a great work and brought a lot of conscious information to the black nation, why we shouldn't make memes about him and abandon him. Well, to a degree, you could be right, but we have to set standards now. Brother, we don't want to be used anymore. We don't want to be lied to anymore when you come out with the black narrative, when you ask for resources from the black nation. I know sometimes things happen and you can't fulfill that's what you put out before the people. But when you intentionally deceive the people, we ain't gonna throw you away. We'll spank you a little bit to get you back online so you won't do it again. Understand? Because you know, we all got a little of that devil in us. You understand? But you think you can just use black people and lie to them for years until you can't lie no more. You know, you could have opened up a school easily with all the money that you have had, brothers. I know we can do it. We had the property to open up our own school, Elijah Educational System Center. That's what 19 Keys, Kalima, Vaisha, Yusuf, Basir, and all of them come up out of by the black man. We just took a home, a building, it was on San Pablo, and turned it into a school. We had the backyard facilities, gated in and stuff like that. We did the same thing with our temple. So you ain't got to come and trick and lie to the people, brother. So when you do those type of things, Mr. Umar, you have to be admonished. You have to take your spanking and learn from it. We ain't gonna throw you away because you can be a valuable asset to our community. But we're not gonna uphold you when you're wrong. You brought that on yourself. You understand? Mr. Shaka Bar. So don't just defend the man without correcting him. You got to be corrected. You understand? I know you over there in the motherland doing what you do with the children over there. We commend you. Well, there's a lot to do right here, too. I understand you're able to get some of the resources. I don't blame you for that. You understand? But don't justify it, man. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Your word should be bought. You don't have to lie to our people to get over. Ain't nobody pimping here. You understand? So take your licking, Mr. Umar. We'll sit down and pray and come back again on the righteous level. Well, I would support you once you come back and admit that you're wrong. Understand and repent, like the minister say. You understand? We ain't like white folks. We ain't gonna throw you away because you're valuable. So this is what I wanted to say tonight. You know, we got to learn to fight for our own now, black people. We are beautiful, beautiful nation of people. We got some good people in the black nation. And all we see is the negative. But I see some beautiful souls, beautiful spirits. I'm trying to get a little young sister to come on and talk to the young sisters. Give me a week or two to try to get that set up, bring in that positive energy that's representing our future. Not the one that they always showing the finger popping and running around here doing all these other little things. No, we want to change the narrative. You know, and I say you all support 19 Keys. You're doing tremendous work. You say getting a lot. I asked them how the tour was going. You say you're getting a lot of people calling, wanting to come to the city. You know, and he want to set up a production studio because we want to fight against the narrative now. Put out our own content that's being controlled and owned by ourselves. And fight the narrative that the powers that be that's putting out here that's controlling the mind and feelings and hearts of our people to go down this crooked road. So it's a lot to do. But black people, you the best of the best. You're the most beautiful people on the planet. There's a special group of us sitting here in the belly of the beast, being fully tested in America. But when we come out, we're going to come out like shining stars, rolling across the planet Earth, 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth. You understand? Pushing freedom, justice, equality, peace, love, and happiness. Bringing back happiness to the planet. Bringing back peace to the planet. Bringing back righteousness because the earth was created for the righteous to live on. That's all PopKeys wanted to bring you tonight because I know the battery is running down. But it's much love to my people. Let's work together with one another where we can. Support one another. Throw out jealous and envy. Let's work and reach back and pull up one another where you can. Let's learn to help one another, help provide and protect one another. Let's start bringing in the needs that we need, the things that we need to build a righteous community. Quit listening to this beast. Quit listening to his senators and congressmen. Quit listening to his news outlet because they've been bought and sold and lying to you. They learn how we can develop resources where we can build out ourselves and build a righteous community. Well, let's take over. So I say, Muhammad. I say Muhammad got the devil on the run. That's right. Run, devil, run. Up, 2, 3, 4, the devil got to go. I killed another one of them devils tonight. You understand? We ain't got but a few more to kill. They just about off the planet, black folk. Look 'em. Another one in the bucket. Stay safe out here. Stay strong. Stay black. Unite, come together in one mind, one accord. Let's take over. There ain't nothing else to do. Assalamu alaikum. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar.